A very good morning I bid to Miss Aislinn and my fellow beloved TV group mates. Today I'll be talking on the proposed idea of the new badminton court. But before that, introducing myself. So my name is LEONG YU ZHE, currently a second year chemical engineering student, and I'm a die-hard badminton lover and also a part of the UTP badminton team. And to start off with my presentation today, I believe that everyone is aware that UTP Badminton Hall is currently under renovation, which will be targeted to be completed by mid of January next year. So amongst the upgrades are, there will be 4 courts, and the hall will now serve as a multi-purpose hall to be used for sports purposes and also as examination hall. So moving on to my point number 1, which is the problem on the current badminton hall. So as a badminton player, I go to the court quite often, and I notice that the students are constantly complaining about the court. And the main problem that we are having right now is that we are lacking of courts. UTP has around 8,000 students every semester, and yet apparently 3 courts are never enough. The students of us come across a situation like this, or this. So imagine how frustrating you are when you are so pumped up for a badminton game tonight, and when you reach there, the courts are already occupied, and there are even other students sitting around the walkway waiting for their turn. So all you can do is to you can either go back to your room and sleep, or you can stay there and wait for hours and hours for your turn. So moving on to my point number 2, opinions vary regarding the upgrades of the badminton hall. The UTP management feels that it is a very good idea to transform the current badminton hall that we have into a multi-purpose hall, as it can use for badminton hall and also as an examination hall to cater for the large number of students when the trimester is being implemented starting next year. However, students, they don't feel the same way. They are forced to stay in their room when tests are going on. And this contradicts with the mission of UTP to produce well-rounded students who excel both in curricular and co-curricular activities. The students pay for it, but they are not allowed to access the hall whenever they want. And to add on, cleanliness of the court is also another issue. So rubber dust and dirt left behind by the students makes the hall unfavorable for sports activities. Accidents and injuries may occur from this. So to sum up my point number 2, I would say that different parties have different views on this idea. So here I am today to propose my idea to build a 2-level badminton hall here in UTP. So it has a lot of benefits. It can cater to the need for more badminton courts. So previously we have 3, but right now we can have 6 or even more. And in addition, the hall can also be used as an examinations hall and badminton court at the same time, without compromising on the accessibility of the hall for sports purposes. However, there are a few things to take note. So firstly, it is the height of the floor. For a standard badminton hall, a minimum clearance of 9 meters is a must. And necessary sports hall acoustic noise control should also be implemented to ensure the students are not distracted when they are sitting for their examination. To conclude my presentation today, I would say that the idea of upgrading the hall to a 2-level badminton hall is a feasible and practical idea. It is a win-win situation to both the management and also the students. And lastly, I would like to end my presentation today with a quote from Bobby Answer. Success is where preparation and opportunity meet. And here we are in UTP. We should provide more opportunity for students to have access to badminton facilities. And I now open the floor for question and answer session. Yes, Mr. Tan.
Regarding the suggestion to use the ground level for examination purposes, isn't this still dirty the court?
Yes, it's still dirty the court. However, to come up with a condition to satisfy both parties, which is the management and also the students. This is considered as a practical way, providing that there will be someone to be in charge to clean the examination hall every time an exam ends. Any more questions? Yes.
What if the students are still distracted even when the noise reduction measures are already practiced?
So regarding this issue, I feel that UTP should invest more in the required noise control measures to further dampen the noise to produce a conducive environment for examination. Next, last question.
Yes, I wonder if it's worth the price to build a 2-level badminton hall and at the same time investing in the noise control measures.
Yes, of course. Although a huge amount of money is required, but it is worth the price. The hall is now a 2-in-1 multipurpose hall. Okay, it is used for sports and also for examination. And UTP needs not to build an extra building just for examination, or otherwise I believe it would cost even more. So that marks the end of my presentation today, and I would like to thank all of you for attending. Thank you.